Welcome. In the last video we talked about Nativity with Saint Francis and Saint Lawrence by Caravaggio. Today we will also analyze a Nativity, a very interesting one. This is a fresco by Giotto. It was painted around 1304. It is called Nativity, or Birth of Jesus, and it is part of a series in Padua's Scrovegni chapel, in Italy. The walls of the chapel feature 39 narrative scenes which tell the story of the life of Christ. It might look very different from the Caravaggio one, but we will see that they actually have a lot in common. Giotto was a very important Florentine painter and architect during the late Middle Ages. He was familiar with the Byzantine style, which was characterized by stylized and abstract forms, with an overall tendency toward flatness. Byzantine artists worked primarily in two dimensions, creating solemn religious paintings. However, Giotto is best known for bringing a change with the way he explored the possibilities of perspective and shadowing, which brought a new sense of realism to his works. In this fresco we can still see strong aspects of the Byzantine style, but Giotto did something entirely new. His figures are not stylized or elongated, they are solidly three-dimensional, and they have expressing faces. The garments hang naturally and have form and weight. Some of his characters face inwards, away from the observer, creating the illusion of space. He wanted his subjects to have movement and life, so that onlookers felt a connection and involvement with what they were looking at. In Byzantine art the birth of Christ traditionally took place in a cave, but Giotto places his nativity in a shed, with livestock that eat, breathe and move like real farm animals. This is Joseph. While it might seem strange that he has his back turned and appears to be sleeping, this is a traditional rendering of the story. Joseph, as a human man and sinner, was frequently painted as an innocent older man, who therefore presented no threat to Mary's virginity. Above the roof of the stable we have the angels. Some of them are praying, and the one in the center is looking at the scene below. The angel on the left is speaking to the two shepherds on the side. This represents the biblical story of the Annunciation to the shepherds, where the angel tells a group of shepherds of Christ's birth, and gives them directions to find the Holy Child. Finally, let's have a look at the main scene. There is a woman on the left, she is probably a midwife. The halo around Jesus's head differs from the one behind Mary, Joseph, or the angels. His halo is framed by a cross. This is meant to remind us that Jesus was born to be sacrificed on the cross. Mary and Jesus are gazing at one another. She seems to have a sad expression as she places him in the manger. We may suppose that she is gazing into the future, to the time when she must give him up to fate. Giotto views the Nativity in an entirely new light of intense human drama. He presents us with human beings. They are not the Holy Virgin and Child, but Mary and her baby Jesus, looking at each other with wonder and intensity. If you watched the last video, you have now probably understood how this nativity is similar to the one by Caravaggio, despite being made 300 years apart. Write what you think in the comments.